Stop ignoring your success by ignoring the power of your mind. If you're an entrepreneur struggling to reach your goals, it's time to wake up and realize that your thoughts are your biggest enemy or your greatest ally. Yo, what's going on, beautiful family? Good morning to all you beautiful, brilliant, abundantly blessed beings, and welcome back to yet another present moment. This is the Ace Anderson Show, where we go live. We connect every Monday morning to provide you with weekly inspirational and entrepreneurial tips and tricks to help you ace your life. So, congratulate yourself for making it to yet another beautiful dawn with me, your dedicated guide on this journey of self-discovery and growth. If you don't know by now, I am an actor, rapper, filmmaker, a poet, the ace of all trades, the modern renaissance man, Ace Anderson, and I am so happy to be here with you for another blessed week. Now, as we embrace this first light together, I want to extend a special shout out to all you early morning risers joining in. It is your dedication to starting the day with intention and positivity that makes the A team extraordinary. So grab your favorite morning brew. Y'all know I like to drink alkaline water, and let's explore, illuminate, and inspire ourselves to be better with mindful conversation. Now, today we're talking a little bit about the law of attraction, entrepreneurship. You know, the law of attraction is not just some mystical nonsense. You know, it's a powerful tool that we can use to help us in every aspect of our lives. You know, it's something that is very powerful. It's like the basically like the law of gravity. So you can't really ignore it. You can't argue against it. There really isn't any way uh to argue against the law of attraction, like the way you can't really argue against gravity, because basically the law of attraction and gravity are essentially the same thing, right? Mass attracts more to it. So from those to those that have everything, more will be given, and from those who have nothing, everything will be taken. That's the law of attraction. That's gravity in a nutshell. So today I want to talk a little bit about how to incorporate it and connect it with what you're doing in your entrepreneurial goals. Everybody wants to be rich. Everybody wants to make money. We will all want to get to a place where we're not having to worry about finances, right? And so, it's important for us to talk about the law of attraction as not just this nonsensical, mystical tool. It's a powerful or mystical nonsense. It's a powerful tool that's been used by successful entrepreneurs for decades. But are you using it correctly, or are you unknowingly pushing away the very success that you crave? So that's what we're discussing today. Now, as we embark on this week's journey and this week's adventure, I want to extend a special shout out to all the early morning risers, but I also want us to align our hearts with the fruit of the spirit, that is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Let us trust these divine nine to guide us on our journey to creating a life that resonates with our most authentic desires. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, we're talking about the law of attraction. We're talking about how to combine it with what we are, with our growth as entrepreneurs, with creating and building everything, the life of our dreams, right? And so, why are you failing to achieve your goals? Is it because you haven't yet realized that what you focus on expands? Where attention goes, energy flows. Whether you believe it or not, the law of attraction is constantly at work. It is shaping your reality based on the thoughts and emotions that you hold. It is important for you to recognize that your thoughts create your reality. Everything that you have right now was created by your thinking. It was attracted to you by your thinking, right? So you are this magnetic energy, this magnetic field, and you're constantly attracting every experience that you have into your life. And so if you're not liking your life, it's because you're vibrating on a frequency that is negative. You're thinking thoughts that are leading you to negative feelings, and those negative feelings are creating an experience where you're attracting negative energy, negative vibrations, negative people, right? The Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. That's Proverbs 23:7. This biblical principle emphasizes that your inner thoughts directly influence your external world, right? I love to use biblical references and I love to use non biblical references because, I believe that truly religion, Christianity, faith, spirituality, science, they all are explaining the same phenomena, which is life, right? And I think that it all goes hand in hand. And I think that it's been a problem. I think it was not the right way to go about things to separate science and religion, because they're actually trying their best to describe the same phenomenon, which is an innate understanding, right? The law of attraction, light versus dark, good versus evil, um, matter versus versus imagination. In trying to explain all of these aspects of life, I believe that it's it's uh, it's all talking about the same thing. So on this channel, we like to use both biblical and non-biblical references because I think it unites people. It gets people to truly understand that life is like we're all aiming at the same thing. We're all aiming at the same goal. We want an amazing life for ourselves and the people around us. And some of us get lost in low vibrational energies, and some of us sync up with very high vibrational energies. And I think that, in some sense, we need both, right? But the the goal of your life, or the purpose of your life, is not to focus on other people's goals or other people's journeys. It's to focus on your own and recognize that you have this superpower known as the law of attraction to attract anything that you want into your life. And it's written about by many amazing philosophers, and it's something that can be utilized, I think, more in your day-to-day life. And so, um sorry about that. um yeah, so it's something that can definitely be utilized in your day-to-day life. So Napoleon Hill, in his classic Think and Grow Rich, asserts the thoughts are things, right? A powerful truth that entrepreneurs must harness if they want to attract wealth and success. Thoughts become things. Thoughts create your reality, right? Thoughts are things. They are these elements that can be drawn into your life, that can draw elements into your life. Thoughts are not just to be disregarded, right? You want to create a circumstance where the thoughts that you're thinking are in service of the life that you want to create. So it is important to stop focusing on what you don't want, because every time you dwell on failure, you're inviting more of it into your life. You have to not focus on the things that are going wrong in your life. You have to focus on the things that you want, because where attention goes, energy flows. If you're constantly thinking about the failure of your business and how did you do that, and how do I never make that happen again, you're just adding more momentum to it. You're creating more circumstances where you're noticing that more in your life, right? And it's like, you might ask yourself, why do some entrepreneurs seem to attract endless opportunities while others struggle to catch a break? Right? The law of attraction explains this disparity. The like attracts like, meaning your mindset, and your energy directly influence what you bring into your life. So you have to you have to stop the sloppy thinking, right? That's if we can rename this episode, which we may name it "Stop Your Sloppy Thinking." A lot of people just let their thoughts sort of happen to them, but you can be a deliberate creator. You can deliberately create the life that you want. But a lot of people just let life happen to you in this whatever way, right? Just like things are happening, and I'm thinking like I just can't stop thinking about this thing, right? Now there's a couple of ways where you can stop your thinking, right? You can meditate, quiet your mind, right? Or you can focus on positive things. You can focus on things that bring you joy. You can fill your mind, fill your space with funny movies, funny videos like mine. Go to my channel and scroll through, have a laugh, right? Find ways to get out of the negative thinking. That's the first thing. You have to stop the negative thinking. And a lot of us are sloppy thinkers. We just let our thoughts like run rampant, and we don't really do anything to manage them. And that's why meditation is so important, to quiet your mind, to get one with source, get one with the fruit of the spirit, and which is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Those are the elements of your spirit that you should always be aligning with, rather than aligning with something that is hurting you or harming you, or that just stop thinking about stuff that is a problem. And I know we always like, oh, it's true, but it's true, it is true. But you don't, there's a lot of things that are true that you don't give your attention to. Like there's so many things that are true, because you'll create more of it. All it will do is lower your energy and invite more of that into your life. And a study published in the Journal of Positive Psychology found that individuals who maintain an optimistic outlook are more likely to experience positive outcomes, both professionally and personally, right? You're failing to manifest success because you're stuck in a cycle of negative thinking. Every time you focus on what's wrong, you're attracting more of the same. So stop focusing on the things that are going wrong, okay? You might think you're just unlucky, but the truth is you're a sloppy thinker. The truth is luck has nothing to do with it. Okay? The successful entrepreneurs harness the power of positive expectation and intentional thinking to create their own luck. Right? You think, therefore you are. What you think will be. Okay? You constantly are putting thoughts or worries or doubts or fears and sadness into your life. If you constantly are dwelling on those things show up. But the good news is that positive thoughts are much more powerful than negative thoughts. If you think about it, what is a negative thought? Negative thought is nothing. There is no thing. There's no energy, right, from it. The only energy is the thoughts of it becoming a reality that you're putting onto it. It doesn't have any innate energy on its own. But if you think about something that's light, that's joyous, that's a source, right? There's no source of evil. There's no source of darkness, right? There's only a source of light. So you cast out the darkness with more light. You can't add more darkness. You can't add more darkness. You have to take away light. And so is the same with positive and negative thinking, right? You can't create more negativity. You have to remove the positivity. So when you're stuck in negative thinking, recognize that it's just a fact of a lack of positive thinking. Okay? So that's the good news about it all. If you're stuck in negative thinking, if you're a sloppy thinker, you can just shift your thinking by focusing on things that bring you joy. What are some things that put a smile on your face? It doesn't matter what it is. What is something that just triggers a positive emotional reaction? And if you can't find that, take a nap. I do this all the time. Sometimes I'll be sad. I'll be upset about something. I'll be worried. I'll be concerned. And instead of trying to like force myself through that thing, instead I'll go and I'll find a way to be happy. I'll go find a way to sit down and enjoy myself. Right. So it's important to recognize the power of your thought. It's important to recognize that you can just quiet your mind. You can go take a nap. You can chill. And after I've chilled, after I've taken a nap, or or meditated, or just taking a break from whatever is troubling me, I always come back with just positive energy, because my innate alignment is to my inner being. My innate alignment is with love and joy and peace and patience and kindness and goodness and faithfulness and gentleness and self-control. Sometimes I just need to talk to somebody different. Sometimes I just need to have like somebody who has no idea about what I'm going through, and I can just have a plain conversation with them. Then we can, navigate that conversation with humor and lightheartedness. And all of a sudden, when I go back to my thinking about whatever was troubling me, everything is good. Everything is good. And it's like, oh, snap. I have this, or maybe I might even have a new idea that helps birth something where I'm like, oh, wow, that's really how I should be thinking about it. Right. So if you believe that hard work alone guarantees success, you're only half right, right? Without the right mindset, all the work in the world has been all the work in the world won't bring you the results that you desire, right? So if you're thinking negative, it doesn't matter how hard you're working. And to be honest, I don't even believe that you should be working super hard. Right? This is my honest to God belief. Okay? You don't need to be working hard. Okay? Because working hard is keeping your negative mindset alive. When you're efforting, when you're like, I got to do something, what you're saying to your inner being, to the universe, is that I don't believe that I have this thing that I want. And so you're in the vibrational frequency of don't have it yet. And so a lot of us get trapped there. Now, I'm not saying that you can just lay on the floor and meditate and all of a sudden you'll have the body that you want, right? Now, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that to those of you who are constantly trying some new diet and then trying to do some new workout routine and then trying to put yourself in a mind state, and then you're working out every day, and then you're trying to some combination of the two, and you keep trying all these things, and you're like, you go and you step on the scale and you're like, man, I'm not at the weight that I want. I'm not at the weight that I want. Right? That efforting is just bringing your negative energy down, and it's making you lose momentum. It's making you lose faith. You're resisting your own inner being's desire to have what you want, because you keep reminding yourself that you're not where you want to be. You keep reminding yourself, I'm not where I want to be. I'm not where I want to be, and you're stifling yourself. Now, it's different to say that I can get where I want to be. I'm so excited to be where I want to be. It makes me so happy to think about the body that I want, the life that I want. It makes me energized. This makes me want to do 10 more push-ups because I'm just so excited about that body. I'm so excited about it, right? That's a different energy. That's bringing positivity to your life in the now. You're experiencing what you want right now, rather than being sad right now and being being sad that you're not where you want to be, right? You're sad right now, and that's not helpful. Okay? So, if you feel like you can be sad, if you feel like you can have the thing that you want, right? Then you wouldn't be sad. You wouldn't be upset. You wouldn't be worried. You wouldn't be doubtful. Okay? So the goal is to put yourself in a positive mindset where you are thinking that you can achieve the things that you desire, right? Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "You become what you think about all day long." This idea is at the heart of the law of attraction. Your dominant thoughts shape your reality. Now, here's a tough pill to swallow. If you're constantly worrying about failure, you're more likely to fail. The law of attraction amplifies whatever energy you're putting out into the universe. Where attention goes, energy flows. You're focused on failure, energy is flowing to failure. You're focused on success, energy is flowing to success. So stop thinking that you're not good enough to succeed. Stop scrolling through social media thinking, I can't have that. I'm not ahead. I can't get ahead. I can't get ahead. Think about the fact that you already are ahead. Think about how far ahead in the place you are than so many others. First of all, you shouldn't even be comparing yourself to other people. You should be comparing yourself to you. Compare yourself only to who you were yesterday. That's the benchmark. You're so far ahead of where you were yesterday, where you were the day before. You're that much farther ahead. You've taken steps forward. You are succeeding. You have proven to yourself that you can succeed, you will succeed, and that you're going to succeed. The law of attraction doesn't discriminate. Whether you're thinking about doubt or possibility, you're right. Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. The choice is yours, okay? The concept of neuroplasticity supports the law of attraction by showing how our thoughts can physically change the brain, reinforcing patterns of behavior that either lead to success or to sabotage. So what you think about creates more what is it called? Neural wires, it rewires your brain. I'm losing my train of thought. But it rewires your brain to think to whatever it is that you're thinking about, right? That's where your energy is flowing. Okay? Neural pathways. There we go. See, I just had to get off the subject for a little bit. And see, if I'm thinking about the fact that I can't remember the thing, then I'm just going to create more circumstances that I can't remember. So instead, I just move on to something else and the word comes to me. Anyway, that's just a little short example. But where attention goes, energy flows, right? So you're creating more neural pathways the more you practice a thought. And a belief is just a thought that you continue to think. So when you're constantly thinking something, you think that you believe it, but it's not really necessarily a belief. It is a belief, but it's just a thought that you continue to think. So if you want to change your beliefs, change your thinking. Practice thinking different thoughts, right? A lot of who we are is just remembered thought. It's just remembering our old self and being that person. It's just a habitual pattern that we've become. And we call that our personality, right? But our personality is actually what creates our personal reality. And our personal reality is what creates our personality. So you want to make sure you're in a space where you're thinking thoughts that are leading to the life that you want. What kind of personality do you want? What kind of person do you want to be? What kind of life do you want to have? And practice the thoughts that a person in that position would be thinking. If you want to be rich like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, practice thinking the way Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk think. They didn't just get rich because they're lucky. Okay? That was attracted to their lives. They believed that it was possible. And when you doubt yourself, when you get in your own way, you're never going to make it. You cannot You cannot have a happy ending to an unhappy journey. You have to be happy now. You have to be excited about life now. You have to experience the success now. You have to appreciate the things that you've done to get where you are right now. Stop looking at where you are and sabotaging where you're going. The dashboard of a car is not on the floor. The dashboard of a car is in front of you, because where you are does not matter to where you're going. Where you're going matters. What is right ahead of you matters. And you don't need to see super far ahead to know that you have the potential of getting there. Let's imagine you're on a road trip and you're driving down a foggy road, right? It's nighttime, you're driving down a foggy road. Your headlights don't light up the entire path all the way to your destination. Your headlights just light up the first 20 feet in front of you, maybe. And that's all you need to see. That's all you need to see is the next couple steps ahead, and recognizing, oh, if I just keep going, I'm going to get a little bit ahead, a little bit ahead, a little bit ahead, a little bit ahead, until I get to where I was intending to be. And I'm not driving my car to go wherever it is, wherever my destination is. I'm not driving my car being like, God, I'm not going to get there. I'm never going to get there. This sucks. Why am I even going? This sucks where I'm at right now. It sucks where I am. It sucks where I am. It sucks where I am. I'm thinking about, no, I got to get there. I got to get there. I got to get there. I'm going to get there. I'm getting there. And I get more and more excited. I get more and more emotional about the fact that I'm going to get there. Okay, we talked about how traveling, let's say you're going on a trip, you're going on a vacation. Okay, you're not sitting there thinking about the fact that the vacation just ends with you back at home. So why the hell am I even going? So I end up going there and then I come back because I'm here and I don't want to be here. I want to be there. Right. But if I'm going to be there, I'm only going to be there for a short amount of time. So I'm going to just come back here. So why the hell am I even going? Because I don't even like where I'm at right now. You don't do that because you know that the joy is in the journey. The joy is in the journey of going. You get excited about being able to go. You don't get excited about you don't get butthurt by the fact that that trip isn't going to last forever. You don't think like that. You think this is where I want to go and then I'm going to end up there. I'm going to put I'm going to just do all of the steps that I can, take every step that I can to get there. And it's possible. Okay? So if you're waiting for success to find you, you'll be waiting forever. The law of attraction demands proactive participation. Only by aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions can you attract the outcomes that you desire. Okay? So I want to talk a little bit about some visualization techniques that you can use to clarify your goals, right? So if you feel like you're drifting aimlessly because of lack of clarity, the brutal truth is if you don't know where you're going, you'll never get there. So you have to really get clear on where you're going. Get clear, just be very specific. And a lot of people don't want to get specific because they feel like once they specify that goal, then it adds to the fact that the possibility of failure. But it's the exact reverse. Stop doing this to yourself. Stop sabotaging yourself like this. It's not helping you. Once you outline that vision of your future, this is what I want. This is what I want. Then you have to just believe that it is happening. All I have to do now is sync up with the success, the power of my inner being, the power of my spiritual guide. And when I line up with the power, the essence of my spiritual guide, all that I want is attracted to me. The life that I desire is attracted to me. So you have to visualize what you want, visualize what you desire, get clear on it, write it down. Write it down. Write it now. Write it down. Write it down. Write it down. Write it down. Gotta write it down. Write it right now. 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 Write the vision. Okay? Studies from Harvard Business School have shown that people who visualize their goals are more likely to achieve them. So picture this. You're standing out in the shoes of your future self, having already achieved your greatest success. Can you see it? Can you feel it? If not, you're already setting yourself up for failure. You have to be able to stand in the shoes of your future self. Experience the success now. Feel it now. Because you can't have a happy ending to an unhappy journey. If you're not happy right now, you're never going to manifest happiness in the future. You have to attract more happiness to your life right now. Find the little things that bring you joy. It could be the smallest thing that just puts a smile on your face. It could be your pet, your cat, right? Just find pictures of cats that just make you smile when you're sad. Find that thing. Take note of the things that make you smile when you're at your lowest point. If it's a person that just is always funny, they always know how to make you laugh. If it's a movie, a TV show, if it's one of your pets, if it's one of your children, if it's your parent, if it's your best friend, find a way to make yourself have a smile on your face when you are at your lowest. Take note of those things. I want you to make a list of those things, okay? You have to be able to feel your success, your joy now. Because the only reason why you want the thing that you want is because you believe you will feel better in the having of it. So if you think you will feel better in the having of it, that means that the frequency of having the thing is feeling better. So you have to feel better right now, because you're not going to ever align with that frequency of having that thing that you believe will make you feel better if you're vibrating on a frequency that is hurting you, that is making you sad, that is making you low, that is making you anxious, that is making you worried and concerned. You're never going to align with the frequency of the thing that you want. And that's the only way to attract it to your life. You have to be on the same vibrational magnetic frequency to attract that thing into your life, or else it will never show up. Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision and make it plain. This ancient wisdom underscores the power of clarity in bringing your goals to fruition. Why are you failing to reach your goals? It's because you can't hit a target that you can't see. Visualization is about creating a mental picture so vivid that it becomes a magnet for your actions and the opportunities that you attract. You have to visualize, create these mental pictures. It has to be so good, so real to you that it can't possibly not exist. It has to be so real. This thing is so real. And then once you have that, you got to get out of your own way. You got to stop thinking counter to that. Oh, I want it, but I would like that thing, but stop doing that to yourself. You're stopping the flow of it. You're stopping the momentum. It can't build a momentum if you keep holding it up at the top of the hill. You got to get out of the way so that it releases and snowballs into everything that you desire. You have the vision. You have the thought of your future. You want it. You feel it makes you feel good just thinking about the thing that you want. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Seriously, let it be. How often do you daydream about your worst case scenarios? Hmm? How often do you daydream about worst case scenarios? What if you redirected that same mental energy toward visualizing your best case outcomes instead? Imagine what your life would look like. Just imagine what life would look like. How often do you daydream about your worst case scenarios? I want you to just think about that. Hmm? How often you daydream about worst case scenarios? Worst case. Worst in the worst case. Why not start thinking best case scenario? Best case scenario. If this if everything goes perfectly according to plan. You know the saying, shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, you'll land amongst the stars. Right? Shoot, aim high. Stop aiming low because it's probably gonna end up low. No, aim high. When you negotiate, when you go and ask somebody for money for whatever service or product that you're providing, stop selling yourself short. Stop going low. Oh, well, it might be this. Go high. Go high. See how people respond. Make them force you to argue for your value. You need to be arguing for your value, the value that you provide. If you're thinking that this service would be $3,000, go six. Charge them six. Tell them I want six. After doing all the math, it's going to be about $3,000 would be good for me to make. Ask them for six. Tell them that's the best you could do. Tell them why it's worth that much. Tell them why you could do a better job than anybody else that they could possibly hire. And they're going to end up coming back to you anyway. Because they're going to go for somebody cheaper. And then they're going to not like the work. And so they're going to end up asking me for money, at which point I'm probably going to be charging $7. Argue for your value. Help you. And I'm not saying argue that you need to go and be convincing people of your value. That's not what I'm saying, right? You need to be convincing yourself of your value. You need to get good at arguing for your own value, recognizing, no, I'm worth this. I'm worth this. If I charge this guy $3,000, it's going to be a headache. I'm going to be worried because I'm going to need every single penny of that thing. And I'm just going to be like, I'm struggling. I'm worried. I got to figure this out. And like, I want to get this right. But now you're limiting yourself and you're trying to make it like that value. It's like, no, if I'm going to be working that hard and stressed that much, I'm charging double you can charge $3,000 just for the stress of it. So $3,000 for the job, $3,000 for the stress. I'd rather stress and be making double. And if you decide, I don't want to go with that, then guess what? I don't want to work with you because you're the type of client that is not going to be appreciating my value. You're proving it. I want to work with people that appreciate my value. You ever heard that saying where a client says, I know people that charge less. It's like, well, I know clients that pay more. Recognize your value. Your mind can't differentiate between vividly imagined experiences and real ones. Okay, so visualizing is so important. When you visualize your circumstance, when you visualize the life that you want, and you're repeatedly visualizing your success, you're training your brain to recognize and seize the opportunities that lead to that success. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you aren't actually achieving that thing. This has happened to me on countless occasions where I'm just imagining success, yo. Like yesterday, seriously, yesterday we had our very first performance, live music performance. And I knew it was going to be successful. So I didn't stress about it. I know it's going to be successful. It's going to work out how it's going to work out. I'm treating it as a rehearsal. I'm going to learn things. I'm going to learn how to be better. It's not going to be this perfect show where I'm rocking the house and everybody's standing ovations and stuff. But it's going to be a successful show by my estimation. I believe it will be successful. One, because I know friends are coming and I know my friends are going to be supportive and my friends are going to cheer. I haven't gotten to hang out with my friends in a little while. And so I'm just excited to see them. I haven't seen my friends in a couple of weeks. So I'm just excited to be in their energy. And I know it's great to be able to perform in front of smiling faces when I can look out into that audience and I see just smiling faces that want me to succeed. That's success to me. It's been a while since I got to perform. This is our first live musical performance with two instrumentalists. We've never used instrumentalists before with our own music. So that was going to be a first. I'm just excited to be in this space to learn. That's success to me. I'm going to just learn. And I know that these opportunities lead to other opportunities. We already have another performance lined up. The guy who hired us already knows that our music is good. And we've performed music before. People like our music. And we already have another performance lined up in another month. Right? So what am I worried about? There's nothing to worry about. It's going to be a successful performance. That's it. Done. I decided it was going to be successful. And anytime something happened that wasn't according to plan, I was like, this is still successful. Friends showed up, got to perform in front of smiling faces, right? I'm still successful. This is still succeeding. I'm performing good music. People are clapping after each song. Even when there's little flubs, nobody's recognizing the flubs. Nobody's even worried about it. Nobody looked back and was like, ooh, would have been better if you did blah, blah, blah. No, that's my responsibility. I can do that. I can critique myself enough. Okay. But nobody's going to come and do that to me. It's not a high stakes performance, right? And because of that mindset of success, I knew it would lead to more opportunities. Because of that mindset of success, we got 2 new gigs out of it. One guy came up in the middle of our set, and was like, hey, can I ask you guys a question? This is my fiance, and I would love for you guys to perform at our wedding. Bro, what? Right literally in the middle of our set. He like comes up in front of us and is like, hey, can I stop you guys, ask you guys a question? And then he's trying to negotiate with me about pricing and all of that. I'm like, let's talk about that stuff later, man. But it's just, we attracted that energy because guess what? That's where my mind was. My mind was on success. And so I'm visualizing, I'm remembering my success. I'm seeing it. I'm remembering the future that I want to manifest. The best way to predict the future is to create it. And you create it by deliberate thought. So I'm repeatedly visualizing my success, and I'm training my brain to recognize and seize the opportunities that lead to that success. That's it. That's all it takes. That's how you make yourself successful. Knowing that it's possible. Yeah, maybe this gig isn't paying you all that much, but it's going to lead to gigs that pay you more. Okay? And now I've started to train myself to recognize, like, look, if I'm getting paid less, I get to put less pressure on myself. When things don't go according to plan, no pressure. Okay, I will do the bare minimum that I need to succeed at this. I will find the low hanging fruit of what what equates success, and I will not stress about the things that aren't successful. Instead, I'm going to use those as a rubric to recognize. Look, this is training. This is the way I see it. When I get low paying clients, I look at it as training because I'm still getting paid, but it's like getting paid for school. Because you pay for school, you pay when you go to school, you pay to be in these circumstances. I'm paying you hundreds of thousands of dollars to go to school to get this education. Okay, so instead, what I do is train myself, train my thinking to recognize this is all educational. I'm getting paid to be educated right now. So I'm providing value. So this is successful. It changes my rubric of success. Okay. So I'm looking at it. I'm like, this is going to be a successful operation because I know that once I do this, if I execute in this way, then I'm going to learn everything that I need to know to be able to move forward. And that's how it goes. Elite athletes have long used visualization to enhance performance. A study by Dr. Baisiato at the University of Chicago showed that basketball players who visualized making free throws improved almost as much as those who practiced physically. So your mind can't tell the difference between what's happening in reality and what you're creating by thought alone. It can't tell the difference. So when you visualize, it's so powerful. So are you picturing your goals in detail, or are you just hoping for the best? I just vote for the best. No, picture it in detail. What are the things that would bring joy to your experience? This is going to be so great. What is the bare minimum? Okay, I can't control how many people show up. Okay. I mean, I invited my friends. I invited as many people as I could. But I know that the people that do show up, they're going to put a smile on my face, right? Let's say no one shows up. Let's say 0 people show up. Oh my God, that's perfect because I'm getting paid already. I know I'm getting paid. I'm not getting paid according to how many people show up. That's a relief. I'm getting paid regardless. So if nobody shows up and it's only it's only just me and my performers and the staff, right? So this is a great opportunity for us to rehearse and try some different stuff that we've never tried before, that we would be scared or stressed out about trying in front of a huge crowd, right? This is our first time performing together. So we got a good thing going for us, even if nobody shows up. Success. It's going to be successful. I'm getting paid to learn. Okay? Got it. I get to get pictures of this, of us performing together. Oh, I can use that for marketing, for promoting myself next time. All right. I get to practice some songs that I've never tried before. I get to try some different stuff. There's so many ways to look at it as successful, rather than being like, oh my God, nobody showed up. Nobody's here. Oh, I'm suck. It must mean that my music sucks. It must mean that I'm terrible. This venue's never going to hire me again. You start thinking like that, it's going to manifest itself because it's going to show when you're performing that you're worried and you're concerned. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. This is my first time. I'm just nervous, whatever. Bro, come on, man. Stop getting in the way of your success. The law of attraction isn't about wishful thinking. It's about intentionally creating mental images that guide your actions and decisions. The more specific your visualization, the more powerful it becomes. Don't just imagine success in general terms. Visualize the exact steps, people, and resources that will bring your vision to life. Imagine those people, and I promise, that will show up in your life. It is amazing. And stop vibrating on the frequency of wanting. Once you ask, it is given. So once you ask, get out of the way. It's given. You have to now vibrate on the frequency of giving, not vibrating on the frequency of ask. Because when you ask, you're recognizing that you don't have it, and that you're in the wanting phase. And if you're in the wanting phase, you're in the lack phase. So you got to get in the frequency of have. I already got it. It's already done. I have no idea how it's going to show up exactly, but it's going to show up. These people are going to show up. I'm going to get the money that I need for this thing. It's just going to happen. It's going to flow together. I'm going to get the resources, right? I'm going to take all the steps that are necessary. I'm going to know exactly what to do step by step. Okay? Stop leaving your future to chance. When you visualize your goal with clarity and conviction, you're setting a mental GPS, right? Your spiritual guidance system that guides you to your destination. Philippians 4:8 urges us to think on things that are true and noble and pure. Visualization aligns with this by focusing your mind on the positive outcomes you want to manifest in your life. You have to visualize your success for you to be successful. You have to see it. You have to know it. You have to trust that it's happening. It's already happening, because just the fact that you get to visualize it, you have to be satisfied with the visualization itself. Okay, and visualization isn't just about seeing, it's about feeling. So how you're feeling is a direct indicator of your mental clarity, your mental alignment, your spiritual alignment with your inner being. Are you aligned or are you not? If you're feeling bad, you're not aligned with your inner being. If you're feeling good, you are. Because what are the elements of the inner being? The elements of your inner being are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. So if you're not feeling love, if you're not feeling joy, if you're not feeling peace, if you're not feeling patient, if you're not feeling kind, if you're not feeling good, if you're not feeling gentle, if you're not feeling faithful, if you don't have any self-control, you are not aligned with your inner being. And your inner being is source energy. Your inner being is the creator of all things. God, source energy. And that is the only objective, is to align with your inner being, so you can manifest and attract everything that you have visualized. Okay? Engage all your senses in the process. What does your success look like, sound like, feel like? The more real it feels in your mind, the more likely you are to achieve it. Don't let doubt sabotage your visualizations. When you picture your goals, fully commit to believing that they are possible. Not only are they possible, they are inevitable. Doubt creates a mental barrier, but belief makes the impossible achievable. Here's why your negative thoughts are destroying your business. They're like a magnet for disaster. Every time you indulge in self-doubt, you're pushing success further away. Research in positive psychology shows that a positive mindset not only improves mental health, but also increases productivity and problem-solving abilities. So what would your life look like if you stopped letting fear and negativity dictate your actions? The answer is simple. Success would come knocking at your door. It would bulldoze your door down. There would be nothing in the way of your success, because the only thing standing in the way of your success is you and your negative thinking. That's the only thing. Think about Joseph when he gets betrayed by his brothers and thrown into prison wrongfully. My man's still thinking positively. He's still aligned with his inner being. He's still aligned with God. And being aligned with God, in his alignment with God, he becomes the governor. He becomes one of the greatest people in all of Egypt, because he sticks to his success. He focuses on his success. He sees visions of him sitting on the throne. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, said that happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. If ancient wisdom and modern science both agree, why are you still letting negativity run the show? It's like, come on, man. Ancient wisdom and modern science, they all in alignment with this. Okay? You are getting in the way of everything that you want in your life. Stop doing it to yourself. Stop it. Focus on the positive. You have everything that you need for success right here. So it's important to have an attitude of gratitude. Are you failing to appreciate what you have? Yes. Yes. If you're focused on your failures, if you're focused on things that could go wrong, you're not appreciating what you have. You're not appreciating where you are. And there are advantages from every angle on the chessboard. You just got to get an understanding. You just got to get clear. Start playing some chess, man. Start studying chess. Read up on it. Figure out like, yo, how do I maneuver when our back is against the wall? I got all these chess pieces. How do I maneuver? How do I make myself successful? Visualize the success. Recognize you have advantages from every angle. Every angle, every position that you're at, I don't care what position that you're in, you have the possibility of success. And you're getting in your own way. As soon as you start making excuses, I know, Ace, but well, Ace, you're not thinking about, but nope. It doesn't matter what I'm not thinking about. It matters what you are thinking about. And you're thinking about failure. You're thinking about negativity. You're thinking about the things that are getting in your way. And it's messing you up, man. It's messing you up. Are you failing to appreciate what you have? And in doing so, blocking the blessings that could be yours. Gratitude isn't just a nice idea, okay? It's the key to unlocking abundance. The key. You have to appreciate where you're at, what you have, what are the advantages to the circumstances that you're at right now. Okay? Let's say it's between you and another entrepreneur. This entrepreneur, or let's say is a big Fortune 500 company and you're trying to get a sale. You're trying to get them to use your services instead of this other service, right? Now, the other company might be like, look, they don't have enough people under their belt. They don't know what they're doing, right? You don't know this person, you shouldn't go with them, right? And you are in that position, you got advantages too. You could be like, look, they work with 5,000 people a month. Me, I have 5 people that I work with, and you would be one of my select clients. That means that you would have all of my attention and focus. You would have the dedication that you need. You'd have the support. You'd have a direct line to me. Okay, wouldn't you prefer to work with somebody that can work with you directly? Wouldn't you prefer to have a personal relationship with the people that are creating for you, that are building for you, that are offering this service? Wouldn't you like to know us personally? Well, I can offer you that. The Fortune 500 company can't offer that to you. Okay, you see that? There's advantages from every position that you're at. Okay, so stop getting in the way of your own success. Studies from the University of California, Davis, show that practicing gratitude can significantly improve overall well-being and financial success. Stop being ungrateful for where you are today. The more you focus on what you have, the more you'll attract what you want. Okay? Focus on the fact that what you have is great. It brings you joy. And I love this. I love these things that I have. Look at all these things that I've manifested thus far. So if I've manifested all these things thus far, and I know that what is allowing me to manifest this thing is infinite intelligence, unlimited source, alpha and omega energy, then that means there's no depleting. So that means I can want and want and want forever and ever, amen. And I can attract and attract and attract forever and ever, amen. It never ends. The windows of heaven will open up and pour out a blessing which I won't have room to receive. In Thessalonians 5:18, we're told, in everything, give thanks. Gratitude aligns with the frequency of abundance. Okay? God aligns with the frequency of gratitude, of joy, of appreciation. This is where most entrepreneurs fail. They set big goals, but they take no action. Your intentions are worthless unless backed by consistent, deliberate actions. And the actions that need to be taken are often misconstrued with efforting. No, the actions that need to be taken are ones of successful thinking. Okay? You have to align yourself with thinking that things will go well. Take action that you know undoubtedly you will be successful at. And decide, I'm going to be successful at this. And change your understanding of success. Because many times failures are what teach us success. So reverse that thinking. I failed at this thing. I didn't meet the mark, right? I didn't meet the mark, but now I know. Now I know not to do that or go a different way. So I'm learning. That's success. Now I can be better. Now I can be more abundant because guess what? In 50 years of doing this business, I'll have 50 years under my belt. You think it's going to go well every single time? No, I'm going to have 50 years of experience, 50 years of knowing what went well, what didn't go well. So I'm in this business for a long time. And everything has been successful. I see it all as success, regardless of what went according to plan and what didn't. How many times have you set a goal and then done nothing to achieve it? You just get afraid of the goal. Why are you doing that? You set a goal, you're like, I'm going to do this thing. And then you don't put any action. You're like, see, I knew I was going to fail. And then you decide not to ever set a goal again. This is why you're stuck. Because you keep practicing the same thinking, which leads you to the same results. You set a goal. You're like, I don't know what to do. And then you panic. And then you're like, I'm not going to be successful. And you don't do anything because you're worried about, I didn't know what to do. You didn't do anything. And then you don't achieve it. And then you're like, well, see, the problem was that I set the goal. My goals were set too high. Your goals weren't set too high. You didn't trust that you could achieve it. So you didn't do anything to achieve it. You lost momentum by getting in the way. James 2:26 tells us faith without work is dead. This means that no matter how much you believe in the law of attraction, without action, you'll attract nothing but disappointment. You have to take action. You have to do the work. And the work is deliberate thinking. Stop getting sloppy and stop being sloppy in your thinking. Okay? Why aren't you taking the necessary steps? The truth hurts. You're afraid, and fear is paralyzing you. You're getting into analysis paralysis. It's not helping you when you're aligned with what you can't do. I can't do that. I'm not sure. I won't be able to achieve it. It won't happen. I can't do it. Whatever it is, you're getting in your own way and you're afraid, and it's paralyzing you. But the law of attraction only works when you move past fear and take bold actions towards your goals. You got to take action right now. You got to take action, y'all. It's the only way you're going to get what you want. Okay? Stop letting your thoughts and your fears control your destiny. You're letting the devil win. You have the power to harness the law of attraction and transform your life, but only if you take these strategies seriously. The harsh reality is this: success doesn't just happen, it's attracted by those who know how to align their thoughts and emotions and actions with their deepest desires. Align with your inner being. Align with the fruit of the Spirit. That is why every single session, every single live stream we do, we start off by aligning our hearts with the fruit of the Spirit, which is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. There can be no law against these things. Can't stop somebody from loving, can't stop somebody from feeling joy, can't stop somebody from being patient. I decide if I love. I decide if I'm in joy. No one can stop me. No one can take these things away from me. And just like that, we're wrapping up another fantastic session here on the Ace Anderson Show. Big love and thanks to each and every one of you who joined us live this morning. Your energy and insights light up this community and push us all toward level up in every way possible. Now, don't forget, we're here every Monday morning bringing that heat to start your week off right. If today's conversation got you fired up, inspired, or just curious to learn more, please drop a comment, share this stream, and tell a friend, because, you know, word of mouth is the best influencers. Keep Ace Boogie in your prayers, and I promise to do the same. If you're ready to start attracting the success you desire and you deserve, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on all social media platforms at AceShotThat. Remember, we're on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Snapchat. Wherever you use the internet, we're probably there. So come follow your boy, and let's keep the A-team growing strong, because your future success starts with the decisions that you make today. Now, until next time, remember to always, always, always align yourself with truth, trust, and patience, and I promise you will ace your life. Peace out, y'all.